Kevin Levin is one of the greatest characters in Ben 10. He's funny and cool, and the show wouldn't be the same without him. But who is he, and what are some things you may have not known about him? Let's go. Kevin Ethan Levin.
Kevin Ethan Levin, you come with us right now.
Ethan? Your name is Kevin E. Levin?
Is an Osmosian, a mutant human with the ability to absorb energy, matter, and DNA from other beings, including the Omnitrix. Kevin is a member of Ben's team and has been both an ally and an enemy of Ben throughout the series. In the original series, Kevin was one of Ben's most notable enemies, but he reformed in Alien Force and became one of the main heroes of the franchise. If you haven't seen the classic, then what are you doing? Kevin was Ben's 0.2 op behind Vilgax. They even teamed up to jump the 10-year-old. Kevin is known for his sarcastic wit and his tendency to act impulsively, even making jokes to lighten up the situation. But that doesn't stop his car from getting smoked every time he's in Bellwood. Facts you didn't know about Kevin Levin, let's go. Did you know Kevin was a cultured Ute as he used to watch shows such as Captain Planet and the X-Flies? The real question I bet you want to know is where Kevin lived throughout the Ultimate Alien Force era. Well, apparently, Kevin lived in an apartment in Bellwood. He sometimes slept at his mother's house, which he bought for her, and his main garage was there. By the way, Kevin may not have the same universal fame as Ben, but he is still very well known within space. Did you ever notice that all the Osmosian we have seen in the show have long hair? This is because Osmosians apparently have some sort of horns on top of their heads, which they tend to cover. Anyways, it is not a customary thing on their planet, as it's like putting cereal before milk. What's crazy is that originally Kevin was to have an Omnitrix of his own. While this concept ultimately did not come to pass, it was eventually brought back in the reboot. We all know Kevin can absorb solid matter if there's enough material, but did you know that he can also absorb liquids such as mud? What's even crazier is that he can also absorb and become bubblegum and fire. Bet you didn't know that. But did you know that the small gray padlock Kevin wears is actually from his first crime, which was stealing a bike to run away from Bellwood? We all know about how Cervantes retconned Devin Levin from the franchise. So who is Kevin's real father? Well, apparently after defeating the Rooters, Kevin probably regained his memories of his real father, who was abusive. But the retcon still doesn't make sense, as are there pictures of Devin and Kevin around the house and his mom having memories of him. Did you know it was actually Derek J. Wyatt's idea to give Kevin his scar in Omniverse? You'd think that every time evil Kevin has had a run-in with Ben, he'd be one step closer to getting the Omnitrix. But as a matter of fact, there is no universe where Kevin wields the Omnitrix. In Omniverse, Kevin wears holsters because his voice actor, Greg Sipes, wears them too. On the topic of Greg Sipes, did you know that the out-of-universe reason for Kevin adopting Zed is due to Greg Sipes' love of animals? Early on, there were some thoughts of an earthling dog for Kevin. Now, let me tell you that this last fact will blow your mind, but did you know Kevin is the DNA source for Agrigor after the Omniverse retcon? More on that in another video.